Cube came up with that concept.
Okay.
For a television show, but it never happened.
Your biggest exposure has to be a part of that Friday franchise.
No doubt.
Yeah. Did you get a call? Was it an email? How did you find out that?
I got a call from somebody on the casting crew, and they asked me to come in and read for Cube, and I did. And the thing back then was, and still kind of is, you would go and perform. Well, back then it was a little different, because back then the scouts, the talent scouts and so forth would travel. Mm-hmm. So you might be doing a show here, and a scout from Hollywood be here. Now, basically, you got to go to the wood. You got to go to L.A. or New York.
Okay.
But back then, the scouts would come out on talent searches, looking for talent and so forth. My reservations about performing once I got in the game and so forth in Hollywood is, and I ain't mad, I'm just telling you, I have been in Hollywood on stages where they have comedy rooms in Hollywood, and then the next week see virtually your act on a sitcom.
Okay.
So the writers are all in there. So that kind of soured me against going up, even to this day, in Hollywood. But in that case, I don't know where the casting got me from, but they called me, asked me to come in, and I jumped on that, and I went and read for the crew and for Cube, and it was on from there.
Yeah, and you landed the role of Uncle Elroy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That the character definitely had like a life of its own. Yeah. Where were you pulling to make Uncle Elroy Uncle Elroy? Where were you? Who was your inspiration behind that, or was there?
My mother had 11 brothers, man.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Uncle Elroy was really a compilation of, I would think about them when I was doing it. And then I think one of my major bases for the character was, I was fortunate enough that John Witherspoon, Willie, had, they had already done. See, I did next Friday and Friday after next. So John Witherspoon had already established his character, and that was kind of his counter. So I had that to play off of as well. John was my buddy, man, probably my best friend. Let me set the record straight on that first.
Okay.
I talked to John when he was alive every week. I went to his funeral, which was a couple of months ago, and I was changing phones, upgrading my phone when he died. So I went to the funeral. They called me and said, John had died, blah, blah, blah. I went to the funeral, and when I was changing phones, my message center wasn't set up. When I came back from the funeral, I had a message on my phone from John that I still had.
Wow.
So we were part of it.
How was your the chemistry like on set? Because I have to really highlight this, because that y'all could have been, and I'm gonna say this, y'all could have been kind of done your own thing as a duo. Like if, Uncle Elroy and Willie kind of could have done their own vehicle, and I think it would have been entertaining.
Actually, Cube came up with that concept.
Okay.
For a television show, but it never happened. John, chemistry regarding John and I,
yeah,
man, we had a ball. And even at that time, we were older than our castmates.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
And they did their thing, and John and I were drinking $100 wine, which was big for me, out the bottle. We had our wine,
Yeah, so what we saw on screen, pretty much the same.
It was pretty much the same, man. I mean, I hate to say it, but it was just a party, man.
Yeah.
We did our work, but we had a party, man. It was a party, man.